So we did that. Ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to introduce you to Lunchly.
Cool hippo.
It's not a hippo. It's a dragon.
Lunchly, the upstart pre-made lunch made by the big three of YouTube. Lunchables, the OG in this game since 1988. And though much shade has been thrown at the new kid in town, what if I told you that they were both trash? That people are using mind games to trick you into eating something that could potentially hurt you? Rise up, GG Nation, cause it's time for Guidance Guide Friday, your weekly guidance lesson from your internet school counselor. Now let's go! It's guidance time!
Lunchables brand pizza from Oscar Mayer. Your pizza has arrived.
For decades, the debate on the best kids' lunch has had many contenders. You have heat-ups like Chef Boyardee and cafeteria legends like Uncrustables. But these days, the conversation has transformed into a battle between the influencer-backed Lunchly and the original Lunchables by Oscar Mayer. On the surface, it looks like a coin toss. Lunchly provides 3 types of meals: a nacho pack, a pizza box, and the iconic meat and cheese cracker sandwiches that all come with a Mr. Beast chocolate bar and the Prime hydration drink from Logan Paul and KSI. While in the other corner, Oscar Mayer has been putting out the same lunch options and more, including chicken nuggets and even sandwiches like grilled cheese and full-on subs. But when we look deeper, we see that both of these options have issues that are not just problematic, but show that they're both trying to manipulate you. So why exactly, when given the choice between either A, Lunchables, or B, Lunchly, you should go with C, neither? Let's take a look at Lunchly first to see where the cracks start to show. And if you stay to the very end, I've got a shocker to tell you that will change how you see these foods forever.
Prime has no sugar added, more electrolytes, and more B vitamins.
Listen, I know a lot of people have been dunking on the influencer trio and their poorly disguised Lunchables knockoff, and they should, but the issues go far deeper than just copying Oscar Mayer's homework and putting Mr. Beast's derpy smile on it. Let's start with the Prime drink that goes into every box. Did you know that Prime is being sued for allegedly putting dangerous chemicals in their drinks? This is facts. Customers are saying that the company behind Prime Hydration, and by extension Paul and KSI, have been selling a drink that contains what are called PFAS, or forever chemicals. While PFAS have the ability to repel water and stains and are used in everything from AstroTurf, clothes, and even makeup, its use in those objects have been deemed safe because, you know, you don't eat those things! But naturally, a problem starts to arise when you're putting those same chemicals into your body. And these things are called forever chemicals because they take a long time to break down. And also, they've been linked to several health problems, like cancer. So that's strike one. Lunchly's has a drink that's been accused of having ingredients that have been linked to giving people cancer. So, not a great start, but it actually gets worse. I'd wait a sec before downing that Feastable you got while trick-or-treating, because Mr. Beast is Hershey's But Better bar also is in hot water for allegedly using slave labor. And this is not an exaggeration either, GG Nation. Stick with me here. A dirty little secret in the chocolate industry is that a lot of candy companies pay their workers almost nothing in order to gather the cocoa beans required to make chocolate. And in some cases, these companies will even use children to do this very difficult work. And according to YouTuber on Nestle's video on the subject, Mr. Beast originally stated that his chocolate bars were free of child and slave labor in the beginning of 2023, only to have that writing magically disappear later on in the year. So what does that tell you? That there's a good chance that the #1 YouTuber is using child and slave labor to make his candy. So yeah, none of this is good. We have a lunch that has a drink that could be considered cancer juice, and a candy that was allegedly made by children. And that's not even bringing up the mold. Yes, many of the pizza Lunchlys have been exposed for having mold in their lunches. And just in case this needs to be said, mold doesn't belong on food. Eating moldy food can make you sick. So yeah, you got dollar store Willy Wonka selling you chocolate that may have been made by literal slaves, a popular drink that could give you cancer, all in a pizza box with moldy cheese. Kinda makes you want to go, maybe I'll go for the Lunchables instead. Well, not so fast.
How about peanut butter for lunch?
What about pizza swirls?
When we look at the granddaddy of pre-packed lunches, it doesn't take long to see that Lunchables has some skeletons in their closet as well. Because just like how Lunchly has been accused of having ingredients that it really shouldn't have, so has our boy Lunchables. In fact, just this year, people have been spreading the word about the amount of lead in Oscar Mayer's lunches. Yes! Lead, the literal metal that if ingested can mess up your hearing, your heart, your brain, and more. Listen, gasoline companies can't even put lead in their gas for cars, but there it is in your lunchbox. Think about that for a moment. And I say all of this not to scare anyone, but to make you aware. Like I said, these food companies are using a mind trick to make you believe that their food is better than it is. And if you stay with me to the end, I will reveal that secret. But for now, let's compare these two options side by side to see which one is actually the better choice. As if there is a better choice between possible cancer and possible lead poisoning. But yeah, you know what I mean. The three-headed monster of Beast, KSI, and Paul are out there saying that Lunchly is the healthier choice between the two. But is that the truth? Really though? Let's bring up the side-by-side comparison that Lunchly has on their own website. Let's break down these words on top. Protein is like the construction worker of the body. It can build, repair, and make the body stronger. When people talk about bulking up and getting big and strong, protein is what makes it happen. And when looking at the 3 meals, the comp is not anything to write home about. Lunchly's nachos have 2 more grams of protein than Lunchables, but the others are either the same or Lunchables barely beats them out, so it's not a big deal. But let's look at the next category, calories. Calories often gets a bad rap for leading to obesity and being a bad thing. But if we're talking about the main audience for Lunchly, kids, let's be real, calories are not that big a deal. As long as you're not overeating, how many calories in a given food doesn't really matter. So one could say that having less calories isn't really great if kids need calories in order to support their growing bodies. We'll come back to electrolytes in a bit, but for now, let's talk sugar. In all 3 lunches, Lunchly crushes it when it comes to its sugar content, having far less than Lunchables. But it's here that we gotta look at the fine print, because there's a secret method that ensures Lunchly has lower sugars. It's here in the ingredient list. Look at it right there. Sucralose and acesulfame potassium. These two are the secret sauce to a lower sugar count in Lunchly, but they're also artificial sweeteners. In other words, they're fake, and studies show that fake sugars can lead to heart problems. Yeah, we know that too much sugar isn't good for you, but real sugar is always better than fake sugar with words that you need a doctor to help you pronounce. Now we got electrolytes, which are minerals that carry an electric charge, which is why part of the word electric is in the word. It's electrolytes that give you the energy you need when you're tired from exercise or working out, which is why Gatorade and Powerade are huge with athletes. But here's the problem with Lunchly side by side. They're comparing Prime, a hydration drink, with Capri Sun, which is just a sugar drink. That's not a fair comparison. That's like saying that Gatorade is better for exercise than Hawaiian Punch. Well, yeah, it's Hawaiian Punch. It's not meant to be used like that.
Duh.
And it's this comp right here that exposes the mind trick that both Lunchables and Lunchly are using to con you into eating foods with fake sugars, lead, and chemicals that can mess up your life. You want to know what that is?
This calls for a celebration. Egg salad.
Dad, we need an all-star lunch.
Let's look at 2 ads, one from Lunchables and one from Lunchly, and see if you can tell what the message of these ads are. Ready? Let's do this.
What is that?
It's a monster.
It's an alien.
No, it's a pony.
Lunchables, what's your Lunchable?
So what did we see here? Throughout this commercial, we see the message of Lunchables are fun. Have fun with your food. What with the Godzilla-looking beast rampaging through the city, only to be some kids' food art. So much for not playing with your food. Next up, Lunchly.
Tiny. 3, 2, 1.
That's disgusting. Look at the pizza. Oh my God, it comes with Mr. Beast.
Now here we're seeing the message of, we're Lunchables, but better. I don't even know who this kid is, but he did a great job dunking on Lunchables while making Lunchly look like the obviously better option. Now those messages from those ads, that's called marketing, something every company uses. Marketing is taking a product, be it a toy, car, or food, to make it look like something you not just want, but you need it. You need that Feastable. You need that Prime drink because having it is your ticket to a good time, a better life, or whatever. And that's the mind trick they're using to play you. Because as we've seen, both Lunchables and Lunchly are pretty trash. Their products might have dangerous materials that can make you sick. Now here comes the truth bomb that I promised earlier. You want to know who doesn't let their kids eat Lunchables? Bob Drain, aka the creator of Lunchables. This is facts. Bobby Boy is on the record saying he doesn't allow his kids to eat Lunchables because, quote, we eat healthy.
Oh my God.
That's just wild. That's like the creator of Lego not letting his kids play with them because in this house, we play with real toys, bro. So remember that the next time you see these things in the grocery store. If the creators of these products don't even eat them, why should you?
Wheel of morality, turn, turn, turn. Tell us the lesson that we should learn.
Marketing is all around us. It tries to make us believe that we need something that we don't. And by looking at both Lunchly and Lunchables, you now know that both companies are trying to sell you junk food that can make you sick that they probably wouldn't even feed to their dogs. So what do you do instead? Look up the ingredients list of any food you pick up. If any of the ingredients have more than, say, 5 letters and the list is longer than a nursery rhyme, that's a red flag. And 2, don't forget about your whole foods. Fruits, veggies, whole grains. That stuff not only tastes good, but is good for you. Don't fall prey to mind games of companies that care more about your money than they care about you. Protect your mind and body with knowledge. Now let's hear from you. You got any stories of companies straight up lying to their customers about their products? Let's hear it in the comments. Also, we're super close to 1,000 subs, so be sure to join the GG Nation by subscribing and doing the YouTube thing. And if you want to hear about something else that's overrated, click here to see what I got to say about Maleficent. See you there. Guidance Guy out.